buddy? Good morning. Hi. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day one of Vlogmas. So today is December 1st, and I'm going to be vlogging a little bit today. We're also going to be doing, I think, a unboxing for a huge haul that I got from Binky Bunny. I spent about $100 there, and the package has just been like sitting in my living room waiting for me to open it. So I think today is going to be that day. So I'm excited for that. But besides the package, I probably won't be filming that much today because it is finals week. I have finals to do. I have a lot to do, but I will be filming as much as possible for you all today. The room is a mess. It just looks like a complete mess in here, so we will also be cleaning that today. So I need to clean up my space and do tons of work today. I kid you not, I cleaned the box last night and there's already a pee outside of it. No doubt left by Luna. Luna, why would you do that? All right, guys, huge update. Today is not at all going how I thought that it would. Shortly after I filmed that little introduction to the video, I went to feed the rabbits and check on them, and Crow is not eating. I gave him veggies and he only ate a very small part, and he's leaving very unusual poops, like he's leaving diarrhea on the floor. I'll show you all what it looks like in a minute. Brace yourselves. But he's not okay, essentially. I'll show you all the stuff that's going on in a minute. So I just spent the past hour calling a bunch of different vets to get him seen. My regular vet is understaffed today. They can't see him. The emergency vet that I've been to before cannot see him till 4 p.m. because they only have one doctor there right now, and that doctor is about to go, or that vet is about to go into surgery. So I called a third vet that I have never been to. It's like a vet school at like a local college. They like my usual vet referred me to them, and I called, and they can get me in now. So I have an appointment 1:30. It's 12:45. It's a 30-minute drive. I'm gonna leave here literally any minute. But they said they can see him now. My regular vet is gonna send over all his records. I don't know what's wrong. My best guess is maybe it's something to do with the pain medication he's been taking that upset his GI system. Maybe it's something with his echiniculi. Maybe it's flared back up. I didn't know it could have, I don't know if it can do this kind of stuff. Maybe it's just plain old GI stasis. And he's, I don't know. I'm just gonna show you all what I found this morning, but I've been so panicked for the last hour, so I'm so glad they can finally see me. It is $200 just to be seen, but I mean, he's not eating, so I really don't have a choice. You know, with GI stasis, you can't just sit around and wait. So I'm going to the vet now. Let me show you all the evidence. These are his peas. This darker one right here. I'm assuming all these other little dots are also his pee, but I know this one is his because I literally watched him produce that. And then the poop that I found this morning that I was traumatized by, I don't know. Let me turn up the brightness. I'll put a better photo on the screen, but it's like this huge clump of poop in here. And then there's also another one that I saw him leave recently. This one right here. This is not normal rabbit poop, and I tried to feed him hay. There were veggies over here. There was treat, pellets. He was interested in none of it, and he left that behind. So I'm off to the vet. Recently he's also not been eating his cicatrophs, so I had even had an appointment scheduled for him next week at my vet to have him seen, but obviously this happened first, so we're off to the emergency vet. I'm gonna take Luna with me. I don't know. Normally I take her with me for comfort for him, so I'm probably going to take her with me because it's not a drop-off. They said I go inside to have him seen, so I'm going to take her with me. Hey everyone, so it is much later in the day. I have quite a few updates on Crow. It's literally almost 11 p.m. at night. I just got home from work and I just have been very busy all day and didn't have time to film you all between going to the vet and going to work. So basically I had to take Crow to a clinic at a vet school. So instead of just solely being a vet practice, it's like a veterinarian school where people who are going to school to be vets do their like residencies. I mean, they also have like actual vets there, but it's also like a vet school for people to learn and like train at, essentially. So it was very unfamiliar because I had never been there before, and I'm very like attached to my vet, and so it was really weird to have him in a place that I'd never been before, and I don't know any of the staff there. I don't know how they do things, but they were the only vet that could see him immediately, so I did what I had to do. But they are keeping him there overnight, so he is actually there right now. They did offer an option where they could do blood work, x-rays, and then send him home with me with like medication, critical care, and then just like I have to do all the medication, the critical care and stuff myself and just like monitor him. Or if he stays there overnight, which is what I chose, they could give him IV fluids all night long. So they said with like typical GI stasis, like, you know, like doing all the stuff to make sure there's not an obstruction and then sending him home with me to like get him back and eating and stuff would be pretty typical. But because he's having diarrhea, they said he could lose a lot of water through all the diarrhea. He could get very dehydrated, and like basically like there's a higher risk of him like dying with that dehydration. And with the diarrhea, it's a bit more severe than typical like GI stasis. So I decided to keep him overnight there, IV fluids and all of that stuff that they're doing. So they called me around 5 p.m. So I left the vet at probably like 3, and they called me a couple hours later at 5 with all the results of his x-ray and his blood work. So I'm going to try to explain this the best I can, because honestly I am not really very understanding of what they told me, simply because this isn't an issue that I've really dealt with before. Basically they said that good news is there's no obstruction. So in his x-ray, there doesn't appear to be any obstruction anywhere in his like GI tract or anything. But their main issue that they're really worried about at the moment is that his red and white blood cell counts are like really low, very depleted. So that is like a huge issue. Obviously, they can't figure out why that would be, that his red and white blood cells count is so low. She also said he's currently septic, like he's in sepsis, I believe is the term. She spoke to me over the phone, and I asked her to write up everything for me to send to me in the morning so that I can read it, and that way I can like research it and better understand it. But from what it sounded like, he's in sepsis, which is basically really, really bad. So she said that they are a little bit worried that he might not make it through the night, but that they're just going to keep doing everything they've been doing, and if he makes it through the night, I'll get a call in the morning. If something happens in the night, I'll get a call in the middle of the night, which is like not great for my sleep to be thinking about that. But they do have him on antibiotics as well. They said like the way it could have happened, and he has some sort of like infection and it like spread into his bloodstream. Again, I don't really quite understand what's going on, but basically it's very bad and they don't know the root cause yet. They're just trying to treat the symptoms basically with, they're giving him antibiotics, pain medication, IV fluids, and critical care. So essentially I just wait till the morning for an update on him. It's so weird to have Luna here by herself. It's so sad. I walked in home from work and she's just like all alone in the litter box. I don't know, it just makes me so sad. I'm sure she's a little bit like confused where he is and stuff, but hopefully I get news in the morning. The one thing they have not done is run a fecal, which I find a little odd, but she said she doesn't really think it's like parasite related. But if I get a call in the morning and they're still like, we don't know what's up, I'm gonna ask them to run the fecal. When she called me, I like forgot about the fecal, like asking to making sure they run that when I went in. And then when she called me at like 6 with updates, I was like, they're closed. You know, like they're not gonna run a fecal right now because they're closed and they don't open till like 7 in the morning. So if she calls me in the morning and he's stable and they still don't know what's going on, I'm gonna request the fecal. Because I feel like, you know, if it's diarrhea, maybe it's parasite related. Again, obviously, I'm not a vet. I hardly understand half the terms that she's even speaking to me. But personally, from what I understand and read, it's possible maybe it's parasite related. So if they still don't have an answer by the morning, I will request a fecal. But this was not at all how I expected day 1 of Vlogmas to go. I wanted this to be fun Vlogmas, but this is scary, stressful Vlogmas. So I'm probably not gonna film that much the rest of today just because I'm like, it feels wrong to be like, Crow is in the ICU, he might not make it tonight, they don't know, and then be like, here's me feeding the guinea pigs and cleaning. So I'm not gonna film anything cleaning tonight. I am going to clean, I'm going to feed. Everyone will be taken care of as always, but it just feels weird to film that stuff. It honestly feels weird to film this kind of content for Vlogmas because it feels like it's supposed to be exciting and like happy and like festive, but this is reality and this is what happened today, and I was not at all expecting it. I mean, he's been off and on for like a couple weeks, like appetite up and down, and I sort of just thought it was probably related to his ear infection. I mean, I had a vet appointment scheduled for him next week. I mean, he wasn't showing emergency signs until this morning. Like I saw him eat hay last night. I saw him eat all his veggies last night, and this morning, like he was just, you know, not the same. So yeah, that is the update. I also went veggie shopping, but I don't think I'm gonna do a veggie haul for you because it's pretty much basically what I get every time. If you guys want to see a happier vlog, go check out my last vlog that I filmed this weekend. I'll link it up above. It's happier than this one, but I'm going to try to continue to film. Obviously it's Vlogmas, so I'm gonna be filming every day, but I'm gonna be continuing to film specifically about Crow and giving you guys updates as frequently as possible. Also on my Instagram, Autumn's Piggies, lots of updates there. I will be trying to give everyone about Crow, and hopefully when they call me in the morning, it will be good news. But thank you all for watching the first Vlogmas video. Sorry it was not festive like I wanted it to be, and like I'm sure you all wanted it to be, but hopefully tomorrow will be better. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.